I'm ready.
Oh man! All right. Let's do it. Let's
Deep
do
breath,
it.
boys. Deep breath.
Okay, here we go.
Tell us when we're live.
Going
Do we need to do
live.
anything
All right,
on
go
our
ahead and
end?
run that intro.
We're going live.
Going live.
All right. We should be live now.
Wait, wait. You need to. Okay, so one thing we need to do real quick is we need to turn off that our content's for kids because the live chat's off for that reason.
Oh, the chat's disabled. I saw that.
Oh, I
Chat's
see.
disabled. Yeah, so we need
Alright.
to change. I think I can do it from my phone.
Oh, I got it here. Oh, wait, no, I don't.
You got it. Okay. Yeah, you just need to change it from content for kids.
Apparently, Matt was live when he said that. Matt Gregory.
Yeah,
we're-
we're live right now, apparently. So I just need to
Oh,
change
great.
the live chat.
What's up, folks?
Hey guys. Sorry, just a second. We'll be
You know,
we'll be cool in a minute here.
pretty
Well, I
ballsy
guess
that
we
we're
can start
going
intros.
live stream on our very first episode, but
Might as well start intros.
kick us off.
All right. Well, I'm Matt. I'm
Hi,
wearing my
Matt.
Cardinals jersey right now. But you know, I'll be switched up in a second. Don't worry, guys. I know
Ooh.
everybody's like, oh, why is Matt in a Cardinals jersey? He's a Bears fan. Well, you know, I work Cardinals too. So I'm Matt Gregory, I guess, because we have two Matts here.
Yeah, it's gonna get real confusing. I'm just gonna call you guys the Matt Attack. Is that a? Can I call you guys that? That just came to me. That sounds pretty good to me. Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Griffin Conant. This is the first ever edition of the Locker Room Report. You are tuning in live. Yes, we have. This is the first time we have ever done an episode, and you're probably wondering why we're doing a live stream on our first episode, because we're that awesome. Okay, and we have our stuff together, obviously, from what it looks like. So, hey, my name's Griffin Conant. Just like the other two Matts here, sports junkie. Born and raised in Colorado, huge Denver Broncos fan. As you can see in my background, I got a nice Christian McCaffrey, Carolina Panthers poster. Doesn't play for the Panthers anymore, but he's a Colorado homeboy. Went to Valor Christian. Shout out Valor Christian High School. Yeah, I love the Broncos.
Sweet,
they suck.
Cool.
That's a common theme of us two, huh?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. Except your team has a first round pick.
Oh,
That's fair.
I know.
So I think the chat might be working now. I don't know. I hope it
yeah,
is.
chat's live.
Great.
I just went ahead and messaged in there.
Okay, awesome. This is.
Can we get some tests in the chat though?
Yeah, can we get some tests in the chat? That'd be awesome if we could.
Get some tests in the chat. We got a big fan base here in the building tonight.
I don't know. This is exciting. I'm actually pretty excited to get this going. Once we're sure that chat's fine, then we can go ahead and get started. Honestly, on the mock draft.
I'll quickly do an intro as well, since the other two guys did theirs while I was messing around trying to figure this out, because this is the first time ever we've all streamed, and it's our first ever episode. So doubling down on just the ridiculousness, but that's what we're here for. My name's Matt Firth. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, as you can tell from the backdrop there. And I've just, I guess the last 5 years, I've really started to get to the NFL. I've been following the Dallas Cowboys for the last 5 years. Didn't miss anything. Apparently the last 25 years have been just the same thing over and over and over again. So doesn't matter if I'm a fan for the last 5 years, fan for the last 25 years is the same thing. So yeah, that's a bit about me. The main difference between me and the other two guys is that I'm from Canada and the other two guys are from the States.
Whoa! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
A Canadian who likes American football.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
It's not hard. The CFL is just nothing compared to the NFL. The CFL rules are ridiculous too. There's 3 downs instead of 4. So that's one big thing.
Oh man.
You guys eat a lot of Canadian bacon there?
Not really.
Great question.
It's not as popular as I think that people think it is. what's the big? I guess poutine would probably be the big food thing up here that you guys don't eat a lot down there.
Excuse me. What did you say?
What
was that term? I'm gonna need a pronunciation and a spelling on that one.
So Poutine. It's fries, gravies, and cheese curds.
Can you use it in a sentence?
I think
I had the best poutine last night.
Putin?
Well, that's the French.
I think I just lost like 5 brain cells.
That's like the Quebec French version of saying I'm butchering it that too.
Okay, well, it looks like I'm making a trip out to Canada in the very near future for some pudding. Pudding?
All right, well, I'm in the camp of saying let's get this mock draft started.
Yeah, let's get it started. Is the comments all working?
Right.
All good there?
Yeah, comments are working. Anybody whose comments are not working, just leave and come back.
Amazing.
And you'll be set. But yeah, comments are working. I'm watching the chat on my phone right now, so we're good.
Perfect. Sounds good. Okay, so just to kind of go over the draft really quickly here, before we get started, we each have 10 to 11 teams to go through the draft. We've decided on the order, but we'll kind of go through that in a second. So each team or each person has 2 minutes per pick. We've allowed trades down, and we're good to go from there. If you guys want to pick up from that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Griff, you're picking 1-1. Is that correct?
Am I officially on the clock, boys? Is the timer on me? How much time do I got?
2 minutes starting.
Whoa!
Let's just say.
Okay, wow.
2 minutes starting now.
We're in a time crunch here. All right. Just kidding. We're not in a time crunch. I've already made up my mind.
Oh, so your pick's in?
My pick is in. My pick is in, Mr. Firth. My pick is officially in. Let the commissioner know, please.
All right. All right, what is your pick?
All right, with the first pick in the 2020, what's the year? 2023 NFL, the locker room mock draft. The Carolina Panthers select quarterback Bryce Young out of the University of Alabama.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
I know
no disagreement.
I know you
there.
guys. Yes, I know you guys have seen a lot of mock drafts just around the internet, just all around the sports world and stuff. But there's been a lot of controversy whether Stroud goes number 1 here. Maybe it's Young. There's been a lot of reports that, at least from what I've seen, that Bryce Young is that guy to go number 1 right now. So I'm gonna go with Bryce Young here, just because former Heisman winner. I think the one thing that people kind of get a little scared about Bryce Young is his size. I mean, he's 5'10". He's listed at 5'10", which, I mean, what does that mean? He's like 5'9".
Oh, yeah.
5'9" with his shoes on.
5'4".
5'4", okay. 5'3 3/4". So, yeah, he's on the smaller side. We've seen a lot of smaller quarterbacks have success in the NFL. Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, except for last year. Even Doug Flutie had a good career way back in the day. And I think Doug Flutie was like 5'7", I swear. We might need to have our research guy look that one up. But I think Bryce Young, he kind of had a drop off stats wise last year compared to like his Heisman winning year in 2021. But he still threw 32 touchdowns. He only turned the ball over. He only threw 5 interceptions, you guys. So, high IQ kid. I think he is one of those guys that's he's a franchise guy, and Carolina needs a franchise quarterback more than anything right now. So, hey, I got the Panthers taking Bryce Young at number 1.
All right.
Official statistician Doug Flutie's listed at 5'10".
Wow. Okay. Well, Bryce Young's a lot shorter than I thought. So can I do my pick over again? Can I do a redo?
Picks are locked in and set.
Dang it!
Pick is in.
I just screwed the Panthers franchise. So.
Oh man. Well,
see, now this is where I get excited. This is where I get excited because what are you going to do at number 2?
Oh, I feel like that's an easy one. All right. So with the number 2 pick, I will let everyone know I do have the number 2 pick for Houston, and. So 2 minutes on the clock, but guess what?
Good luck to Houston, man.
Guess what? I don't even need 2 minutes.
Whoa. All right.
My pick is in.
All right.
Don't make a mistake here.
So with the second overall pick I feel like it's an obvious one. CJ Stroud. Mostly because Houston needs a quarterback. They need that franchise guy. They went through. First of all, the fact that Houston doesn't have the first overall pick in this draft is just mind blowing to me.
It's a travesty, is what it is.
I can't believe it, but luckily enough, the number 1 pick fell to number 2 in this draft. So we're gonna take it here. Get CJ Stroud. Franchise guy, had a great pro day. Nothing much really else to say from him. He has a great personality, from what I've heard and saw. A great locker room presence. It's just kind of easy to envision him transitioning from college to the NFL. He just kind of has that natural, I think, progression. Standing with 6'3", 214, he's a pretty solid pick. And yeah, nothing really else to say about that one. I think that's a solid pick for Houston.
All right, well,
hey, I like it.
Going into the number 3 pick here, the Arizona Cardinals. I feel like we really have a lot of options here. So I'm actually going to go in and I'm going to look at what trades are being presented to me because I want to know if there's anything of value that will come to fruition for me. Because as much as I would love to just take Will Anderson 1 overall, I'm looking at 2 offers.
Okay.
I've got an offer here from Tampa, pick 19, pick 50, and wide receiver Mike Evans. Probably going to have to pass on that. And I've got a trade offer from Philadelphia, picks 10 and pick 30.
Pick 10.
Oh, don't blow it.
Pick 30.
Don't blow it, Matt Gregory.
With all of that in mind,
don't screw over your employer.
In the 2023 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals are taking the best player in this draft, edge Will Anderson Jr. from Alabama.
Wow.
And let me defend myself. Okay. Let me defend myself before anyone gets mad at me here. Let me defend myself because everybody's like, "Oh, take the trade." Anytime you have the opportunity to get the best player at any given position in a draft, I feel like you just got to do it.
Yeah.
So that plus the fact that Arizona just brought in a head coach that's defensive minded, that's why I'm riding with it. And I am more than excited and more than ecstatic that we are going to get Will Anderson at number 3 here.
That's fair. That's a solid.
Right. So you're saying you have full faith in Kyler Murray, obviously, by making this pick because I think there's obviously a couple franchise-worthy quarterbacks on the board right now. But you're going defense. You're going defense. You don't believe me there, Matt? You don't think there's any franchise guys left on the board?
I don't think there's a single franchise quarterback left on the board. No.
Wow. Some would say that's a hot take.
If you want to hear something crazy here, is I think the guy with the highest chance to be a franchise quarterback of the guys left is Hendon Hooker.
Okay.
I'll take Hendon Hooker over Will Levis and over Anthony.
Is it because
that's just me?
Is it because Will Levis drinks mayonnaise? Is that what you're?
No, it's because Will Levis eats bananas with the peel on
it. Okay, that makes sense.
I think we should just. I don't know. Let's take a poll in the chat. I think we should leave Will Levis just off this whole first round just because of that reason alone.
Yeah. 100%.
Who eats the banana peels on a banana? That screams. I don't even know. That would cause me some crazy indigestion. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm looking at it, and my second thought on that for taking one of the quarterbacks is that Arizona's basically locked into Kyler's contract through 2028 without taking like $35 to $40 million in dead cap per year. So it's one of those situations where I don't think they need to go receiver. I mean, Jackson Smith and Jigma's a hell of a prospect, but I just don't think that it's worth reaching on him that high at 3. If the right trade offer would have been there, I like 10 and 30, but if I'm not getting a future first round pick, I'm probably just going to stay where I'm at.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? That's fair.
Hey, man, I respect you. Okay. You work for the Cardinals, and I would hope that you know what's best for the organization.
Yeah, well.
So are you comfortable too with not having any wide receivers next year?
Hollywood Brown. Rondale Moore.
Yeah, he's coming off an injury though, like from last year.
Wow. Name one player in the NFL
fair.
who isn't coming off.
So is Kyler Murray. He's coming off that devastating knee injury.
Yeah, I mean, Kyler will be back like week 6, probably. I don't know. It's looking like I'm seeing a lot of tweets where it's like, oh, maybe he'll be coming back even earlier. So
yeah,
that's fair.
The earlier we can get him back, the better. Because Colt McCoy and Jeff Driscoll just cannot be the answer at quarterback.
No.
I don't care how many games it is, that just cannot be the answer.
No.
You don't
can't
like Jeff
roll into the year
Driscoll?
with Colt McCoy. No,
You don't like Jeff Driscoll, Matt?
I do not.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, MVP for sure. 100%.
No, he had an amazing career in Denver. I think he played about 3 games in a backup role. And he was backing up Drew Lock back in the day. So this was pretty much every Denver Broncos fan's worst nightmare. So I'm 100% being sarcastic. He blows. He's
coming in
awful.
from the top rope. We've got Isaac Gould. Hollywood was wide receiver 5 before injury last year.
That's true.
So,
you know what? That's a fair point.
Hey, and that was without DeAndre Hopkins, so it's not like he can't be a number 1 in a pass-heavy offense.
No, you're right. I think too. Well, so fun fact, I had him for. He was a late fantasy pickup last year for me, and he helped me to a fantasy league win. So you know what? I can't diss the guy. He definitely has my respects. So yeah, no, you're right. He definitely could be a solid. I think he's a wide receiver too. I think he just needs that, like, I don't know, that deep ball guy. I don't know.
Totally. Am I on the
Tyler
clock
throws
right
one
now?
of the prettiest balls in the NFL. Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Yeah,
Let's go. Let's get
okay,
this.
just run out of time.
Yeah.
Did I just get auto picked? Did I get auto picked there?
No auto picks. Don't.
Please tell me I didn't get Levis.
No.
God.
No Levis. All right, you're on the clock.
Colts stuff. This is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm officially on the clock. So I've been seeing, fellas, a lot of mock drafts where actually these 3 players that we just selected in those first 3 picks, those are the 3 players that were selected. Now they were kind of out of order and stuff, but this is tough. This is tough because obviously the Colts, they went with the savvy veteran in Matt Ryan last year. They went with the veteran approach, which I think they've been doing that every year since Andrew Luck abruptly retired. I mean, they went Phillip Rivers, Carson Wentz, and then they went Matt Ryan. None of them have really panned out to what they've kind of expected. So you could go quarterback here. You could go maybe best player available with like a Jalen Carter kind of guy, a defensive line who, man, I like his game a lot. They're different down in Georgia. Let's just put it that way. He played at the highest level of college football you possibly can. But here's the deal, fellas. I'm not gonna lie. Watching this guy's college tape, he was inconsistent to me. He mentally, I'm not sure if he was. You know what I'm talking about already? I'm not sure if he was always there, but my goodness, he put on one of the more impressive NFL combines, probably in recent memory, at least from a quarterback. Here's the deal, fellas. The Colts need a franchise guy. I think whether this is a reach or not, I think if Anthony Richardson is on the board at number 4, I think the Colts take him. The talent is the talent is off the charts. If you can just put it all together, it's a project. It's going to take a couple years, but I think the Colts are, willing to maybe have him kind of learn under the veteran as the backup quarterback. I don't know, fellas. So I think my pick is in.
Okay.
The Indianapolis Colts are taking Anthony Richardson out of Florida.
Okay.
Wow.
You know what? That's not a bad pick at all.
Hey, I'm not saying he's going to pan out or anything, right? I'm just saying I think the talent, just from a pure talent perspective, I think he could end up being one of the top quarterbacks in this draft, if not the best quarterback, maybe even the best player in the draft, just based on a pure athleticism standpoint.
Yeah.
But he's got to work on his accuracy. We all know he has a huge arm. He kind of reminds me of Cam Newton, but also, he's kind of like a mix of like Cam Newton and Lamar Jackson in a way, because I think he's that elusive. I think we're going Anthony Richardson here with the 4th pick.
It's a good pick. I think him hitting the roof in that video, in that clip, his last throw of the day, he hit the roof. was just insane. Definitely on purpose, but it was
that was something
impressive nonetheless. So I definitely is a respectable pick, especially for Indy that needs a quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's I think the Colts pulled the trigger there, and I think that's the best quarterback at least available on the board, and they need a quarterback. They've needed one since Andrew Luck.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Well, Seattle is officially on the clock here with 2 minutes. So going into my pick here for Seattle, they need an edge. They need an edge, I think. I honestly was debating about doing quarterback, but they just gave Geno that pretty big deal for what was it, 3 years or something like that. So
Yeah.
so it's a pretty big deal, and I don't really feel like they signed a backup, I think, too, as well. They signed another quarterback in the offseason, so there's not really much room. I would like to do quarterback because I don't think Geno's that guy, but I'm leaning towards edge, and this draft it has a lot more edge than I think in previous drafts. So I'm probably going to select, and here we go. My draft pick is in.
What?
I'm going.
You're making some fast decisions over there.
No.
Did you go Tyree Wilson?
No, I'm gonna go Lucas Van Ness.
Duo.
Oh wow!
Chiqui Boyos.
Holy reach! Wow. Okay, explain yourself on that one.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wait, say that
Gary
again, just so I heard you correctly.
Gary is
Who are
about
you
to throw an absolute fit in the chat. Oh my goodness!
Gary's gonna rage.
Gary is about to throw a fit in the chat.
If I know Gary like how I don't know him, then he's gonna rage.
So,
explain yourself.
The main reason,
yeah, we need.
I'm picking Lucas. Is well, there's not much really. I'm picking him over Tyree. It might come up
and
back. Yeah, it might come back to bite me. I feel like this is a ridiculous pick now, but I'm gonna stick with it because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm proud of my pick. So I don't know. It just came down to an edge, and I felt like Van Ness has a better longevity and a better transition to the NFL.
Okay.
I mean, I think he's a great prospect.
Well,
he's got good feet. He's got great. He just has a great frame for just someone at his position. He's tall. He's strong. Now, I don't think it's a bad pick. I mean, maybe some people could argue that he won't be going that high, but I think there's good value. For him as a prospect.
I feel like as a prospect.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Like, and so with Detroit's not. I feel like Detroit's just building up to something. Detroit also has 2 picks in this draft as well. So I don't know. I feel like it's not a killer to pick someone that's a bit lower on probably a lot of people's lists, as well because they have the second pick. And I feel like with Detroit, they're just building up something, just underdog mentality. And I feel like if you're really trying to build that, you kind of go and have that frame of mind going into a draft as well. So that's kind of where my mind's at. Not based off of performance in college and everything like that. I think it's more just the mentality.
You're banking on upside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
hey,
I mean, you guys have made my pick. You guys have made my pick very, 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 very easy.
Hold on.
This is one that I don't.
Okay, sorry. I just had to get.
Are you laughing at Gary in the chat? This is outrageous.
I had to get the sound ready for Matt's pick.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys made my pick very easy, and with the 6th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions are taking Jalen Carter out of the University of Georgia. Honestly, there's no explanation for that. You know how you just talked about taking a risk because you have the additional first? Well, that's exactly what Detroit's going to do. They're going to take probably the most talented or second most talented guy in the draft at the 6th overall pick. And all you're worrying about is character concerns. I mean, obviously that's tough, but if he pans out, that's a huge win for Detroit. He can stuff the run, he can rush the passer. He is a heck of a player, and they are going to be thrilled if Jalen Carter's sitting on the board for them at 6.
Good point. Definitely.
Yeah, and as a Bears fan, that hurts really bad. That hurts really bad.
Yeah. I think if Jalen Carter falls to 6 in the draft, I mean, it's going to be a steal. Whether it's, him falling to 5, 6, 7, it's going to be a steal for any one of those teams because, I mean, you can make the argument. I think you guys would probably agree with me on this. You can make the argument that Jalen Carter is probably the one of, if not the top overall player in this draft, just from a pure skill set perspective. So I love that pick, Matt. I'm not gonna lie. That's probably the only pick you've gotten right so far. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I've taken Will Anderson and Jalen Carter. I'm a big defense guy.
I've picked only quarterbacks, and I'm only taking quarterbacks the rest of the way.
All right, let's keep this moving. We got a lot of people in here. They're trying to keep it moving on us. Let's go.
I agree. It's getting late. I understand. Okay, so here's the deal. We got the Las Vegas Raiders on the clock, right?
Yeah.
Talk about a tough season.
Oh man.
Talk about a tough season. I don't know how much you guys know about this prospect. I mean, he's definitely I know him quite well. Here, hold on. My pick is in, so you can make the noise. Let's make this official. My pick is officially in for. Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself.
All right.
I need to contain myself a little bit. I got tremors. I'm shaking. I'm very excited but nervous. So here's the deal. Obviously the Raiders need a quarterback. Obviously they need offensive line. They just need interior help on both sides of the football. I'm not going to take a quarterback here. But instead I'm going to take a defensive back. I'm taking a cornerback for the Las Vegas Raiders. With the 7th pick in the NFL draft, I'm taking Christian Gonzalez, cornerback out of Oregon.
Okay.
Over Witherspoon?
Over Witherspoon. Wow.
So you're banking
you gotta understand this guy. So
talent.
Christian Gonzalez, I've seen a lot of tape of him. He, as a Colorado Buffaloes fan myself, I saw a lot of him, a lot of his play when he was in Boulder. Obviously he transferred because CU sucks. Which not anymore. They got Dion now. Keep that in mind. But hey, CU sucked. He transferred to Oregon, and that's when he really started to develop into a NFL caliber cornerback. He's got extremely long arms. The dude runs. I mean, he runs like a gazelle. You guys, he runs like a 4.30. The dude. I don't know. He can tackle. He can come up in just as a run stopper from the secondary. I think the guy's the real deal. It's close because, like you said, Witherspoon's legit too. Arguably, those two guys are the top 2 cornerbacks in the draft. But I'm gonna go Christian Gonzalez here. Just being a West Coast kid, I think the Raiders pull the trigger and take Gonzalez there.
Fair. Yeah, so, that's a good pick.
Congrats.
I think.
Congrats, Las Vegas. I won't say it very often, but congratulations.
They didn't really.
You got a good one there.
They didn't need a quarterback. They have Jimmy G. Super Bowl champion.
No.
Does he have the backup ring from New England? Does he have that backup ring?
I think he does. He does have the backup ring. He does have the backup ring.
So, Super Bowl champion, Jimmy G.
World's greatest job, man, being a backup quarterback.
To Tom Brady? Absolutely. 100%.
I know, man. He's well on his way. Don't worry. I think he's 32 years old. He's only getting better. Just wait.
He's only getting better. All right. So, Atlanta has the next pick, and that's mine. So I'm on the clock now. Okay, so my pick, I'm between a couple of people here. However, I think
Matt just took a potty break. Matt Gregory.
Matt did take a.
I think he's. Don't worry. I'll be right back.
Okay.
He's disgusted in this next pick. He can't.
Oh, he's going to be. You both are going to be disgusted.
Oh no!
It's someone that I feel like we have written off.
Okay.
But my pick, my pick's in.
We've written him off, but you're writing him back on. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
So the pick is in. With the 8th overall pick, the Atlanta Falcons are selecting Will Levis.
Get that banana lover off my screen. I don't even want to see the guy.
Okay.
I thought we had an agreement we weren't going to take him this first round.
So the reason being, He's the only quarterback left on the draft that is of any talent of anybody. The amount of muscle this man gained in 5 months was just absurd.
You like his physique, Firth, huh?
Yeah, his physique is insane.
Quite muscular.
He's huge. That mayonnaise drink he's been drinking, I mean, keep it up, I guess. Those bananas with the peels, biceps. I guess that's just something we're not used to. But Atlanta needs a quarterback. They had this whole fiasco last year with Mariota and their backup, and then they didn't have a starting quarterback, and there was a whole bunch of drama last year. So they need a solid starting QB. I'd put my faith more into a rookie like Will Levis than I would with Mariota or I forget their other quarterback. But I put more faith in Levis than those two. And I feel like, and they had some solid pickups in the offseason. So I don't know. I feel like it's a solid pick. And yeah, that's it. That's my reasoning.
All right. It's hard to go wrong there. I think Levis is a talented guy. I mean, you watch him throw a football, and it's like, man, he throws a nice tight spiral. He has good mechanics. What is that?
Oh yeah,
no, man.
You guys know what time it is.
It's the Bears.
Oh, he put on the Justin.
Clock.
He just put on a running back jersey.
Oh yeah.
So, are you guys selecting a QB? There's no more QBs left on the board, really.
Well, I'm not selecting a QB. Don't worry about that.
Hey, Matt Gregory likes. He does like what's his name? Malik Hooker. Or not Malik Hooker.
Hendon Hooker?
Hendon Hooker. Malik Hooker. Man, that came out of left field.
All right. Well, my initial plan was to sit and think about whether I want to trade back.
Interesting.
But I'm feeling a lot of conviction right now. And I'm feeling a lot of conviction that these reporters don't actually know what they're talking about.
No one really does.
No.
No one really does. No one does. Nobody but who's in the room. And luckily, I look enough like Ryan Poles to make the pick for him. So with the 9th pick, the pick is in. We'll go there first.
Okay.
The pick is
with the 9th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. Gary, don't get mad at me.
Oh, Gary's
the
already
Chicago
mad.
Bears select Jackson Smith-Njigba out of Ohio State.
Ooh.
Wow.
Big pick.
So you're saying...
Oh, it is just hard to pass up the best at any position in the draft. And I was really leaning Paris Johnson Jr., but I have to go Jackson Smith-Njigba. That wide receiver room would be ridiculous. And coming from the Bears' perspective, you have to look at the fact that Darnell Mooney and Chase Claypool are both going to be free agents. They're both going to be free agents after this year, and who knows if you can bring them both back. So getting the young number 1, maybe number 2 receiver behind DJ Moore, I feel like is of the utmost importance. Because this year, I understand everybody saying to pick Tyree Wilson. I understand that. But this year is about figuring out if Justin Fields is worth that contract that Jalen Hurts just got. That is the first and foremost priority. You need to figure out if you can win a Super Bowl with the quarterback you have now before you have to pay him. And that's where I'm at on it. And honestly, I 100% could be wrong. Like totally could be wrong. But that's just where I'm sitting right now.
It's fair. No, you can't really argue with that. Solid, honestly.
I mean, yeah, dude, it's do or die time for the Bears. I mean, you definitely saw the potential that Justin Fields flashed last year, right? I mean, especially as a runner. I mean, you can just see the athleticism just pumping through his veins. I mean, the way that guy runs, it's scary, honestly, for opposing defenses. So if he can kind of be like, I kind of like to compare him to like kind of a Jalen Hurts, just in the sense that Jalen Hurts improved so much as a passer between like last year and this, 2 years ago now, I guess, and this last year where he led the Eagles to the Super Bowl. But like, if Justin Fields can just even improve as a passer with his accuracy, because he has just a cannon for an arm. So if he can just improve his accuracy and just with the touch on the football and even like throwing open some of his receivers, because he has those talented wideouts now, especially if they get Jackson Smith-Njigba. So love the pick.
Well, and another reason that people are like that, I'm like sitting in this boat is I don't want to pay Daniel Jones $40 million. I don't want Justin Fields to be Daniel Jones and then be like, oh, we're going to give you $40 million a year and we're maybe going to make the playoffs, because we're paying our quarterback $40 million and he's not that great. He's not elite. He's not top 10, not top 15. So I want to give him everything he needs. We've got 2 first-round picks next year. And if he doesn't pan out, then okay, you draft whoever you can get early. You trade up. You trade your 2 picks for a quarterback next year.
Well, yeah.
Right.
I'm in the boat of you got to find out the quarterback first. You got to figure it out. And if you're going to pay a quarterback, they have to be top 5 to top 10.
Yeah, that's fair. I saw this one thing. It was actually Shannon Sharp said this before the beginning of this season. I think we're halfway through last season, which was look at Justin Fields and look at Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts this past year obviously went to the Super Bowl, but the year prior he didn't have any wide receivers. He had nobody. They had no one to throw to, no one to show off his arms with. So they end up getting a wide receiver 1. And I think the Bears are following suit in that whole strategy of you guys have a great quarterback with great legs. And I think that using that mixed with a great arm, I feel like it's just a recipe for success. So, overall, that's a good pick. Surround him with talent, surround him with someone that can actually catch the ball. I think you're good. I think you guys losing your running back in the offseason was actually probably better for you guys, to be honest with you.
Montgomery?
Yeah. I feel like he was kind of overhyped in my opinion. So I feel like it's gonna allow the Bears to now throw the ball a lot more. And if they're gonna run it, they're probably gonna use Justin Fields a lot more with the run game.
There we go.
Great,
all right, well, on to pick 10.
Real quick, before I make this pick 10, I'd like to comment on one of the comments in the chat. So I do realize that Russ, he's cooking in the kitchen, which, right now he's not really cooking. He's probably burning everything, everything in the kitchen. But Austin Moore, have you ever had burnt popcorn? I don't know. Burnt popcorn's pretty good.
No,
maybe
it's not.
Some
it is
burnt toast.
What? None of
Sometimes
that is good.
If it's slightly burned, it's good. I know some people will stand up with me on this one. Come on, there's got to be one person out there. So hey, he might be burning all the food, but at least the food's it's edible. You know what I mean?
It's a danger.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I
mean, you might get explosive diarrhea from it.
It's a danger.
All right. It's a danger.
TMI, Griff.
Moving on.
I'm
sorry. Moving on. Off topic. Moving on. We got
Eagles.
the NFC champs.
Ooh.
Oh, I should not have let Tyree Wilson fall to the Eagles.
Makes a run to the Super Bowl or even wins the Super Bowl. A lot of the times, you get to see that, they get just absolutely stripped in free agency, right? You got guys leaving for more money. And that kind of happens to be the case for the Eagles. They're losing a lot of pieces on the defensive line. So my pick is in right now, Mr. Firth.
Okay. Let me just...
Thank you.
Hold on. Sorry about that.
Thank you.
All right. Love the sound.
These comments are cracking me up, man.
I can't see any of them.
Jeez. That's hilarious. I got it pulled up on my phone to the side. It's killing me.
All right.
Between
what's the
Gary
watching Gary and Isaac interact in the chat is killing me.
Oh, it's great. Okay, so my pick is in.
Yeah.
This is kind of one of those dudes who's very intriguing, and I think he actually is a certified beast. With the 10th pick in the draft, the Philadelphia Eagles, they're going to select an edge rusher out of Iowa in Lucas Van Ness. Now, I don't know if you guys...
Van Ness is already drafted.
Van Ness is already
drafted. Are you serious?
Yeah, I drafted him.
Yeah, Van Ness was taken number 3. Or number 4, 5.
I got
him that high?
I got flamed for it.
Oh, this is... Oh,
I got flamed for it.
How are you going to make fun of somebody and then pick the same guy?
You guys roasted me for a solid minute.
Somehow I missed that. I don't know where I was. Somehow I missed that. Okay, well. Okay, give the Eagles front office 20 seconds here. That's an embarrassment. They gotta get on their crap. Hold on.
It's okay. It's just as embarrassing as you guys losing the Super Bowl too, so it's okay.
Okay.
Can I really just get banned from my own chat?
Okay, well, I can't believe I just picked someone that was not on the board. That's a huge L for the Eagles Nation out there. Well, they still I think they need some offensive line help. Call me crazy. I think they could really bolster that offensive line. They need some defensive line, like I said, but I don't think anybody's truly on the board here that's worth taking at the defensive end or just a defensive tackle spot. So, we're going to go with a tackle here. My pick is in, even though it was already in. But is there a way we can run that again? Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you.
That's all you get this time.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm going to go. So with the 10th pick, the Eagles are going to take Peter Skoronski out of Northwestern.
Ooh.
So kind of a local boy for you, Matt Gregory.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's kind of in the Midwest area. Here's the deal, guys. He's a 3-year starter. Just declared for the draft as a junior. Only gave up 1 sack in 2022. I think that's pretty impressive. He's got, apparently he has huge hands. That's what I've been reading about him, like ginormous hands. And I think he uses those hands to just he gets decent pad level. He gets good leverage on the offensive line, whether it's in the pass protection, run protection. He's very versatile, is what I believe. So, maybe the Eagles, hey, they might need defensive line a little bit more, but I think overall, I think the value with Skoronski here, I think that's the move for the Eagles. So call me crazy. My first pick, I messed up. So give me Skoronski.
No, I'm actually very okay with that. Skoronski is probably the most fundamentally sound tackle in the draft. And the beauty about Skoronski is the Eagles don't necessarily need a tackle. And he can shift inside and be a Pro Bowl guard. Like that guy is so technically sound that I'm honestly very impressed. That's a good pick. Very good pick, especially for a team that doesn't absolutely need a tackle.
Yeah.
The Eagles front office was very embarrassed by what they just pulled there. So I think they just lost 6 round draft picks for taking Van Ness there when he wasn't on the board. So they're very embarrassed right now.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear as a Dallas
fan.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you do.
All right, so Tennessee is
picking at 11
on the clock here. You took Philadelphia took my pick. I gotta kind of re-pick what I want now.
There's still some good tackles on the board.
There definitely is. I think this year is just really good for O-line and D-line. Okay. Well, I guess corners are good too this year. Okay. My pick's in.
Oh boy. Don't mess this one up.
With the
like I did.
11th overall pick, the Tennessee Titans select Roderick Jones from Georgia.
Oh wow! Okay,
another Georgia boy.
Okay.
The reasoning behind this pick is he's quite large. He has a huge frame. I know they added some in the offseason. They added some moves on their O-line. They have a decent quarterback. Their running back's obviously amazing. So I feel like their offense is just needing just a bit more, obviously, with their offensive tackle. So I feel like Roderick Jones is just kind of that next guy up since you took Peter.
All right, guys. You bullied me. I turned my lights on, all right? Damn, Gary.
Thank goodness.
Gary bullied me into turning my lights on. He's like, what are you doing?
I was going to give it like 5 more minutes for the chat to say something until I was going to, take matters into my own hands.
Turn on your lights for you.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I was going to come over to your house and turn them on.
Pick 12 reigns with Houston right now.
Yes.
But there's a trade.
Oh.
There is a trade.
Okay.
So I went through on the mock draft simulator, and I got this trade approved already.
Okay.
So let me run you guys through this. The Houston Texans have traded pick 12.
Whoa.
Holy moly.
To who, you may ask?
Ooh, that's a great question.
To the Chicago Bears.
Oh, my.
No
Of course
way.
they did. Of course they did.
And for who did they trade? The Chicago Bears are giving up round 2, pick 53 from Baltimore, round 2, pick 61 from Carolina, and their own second-round pick next year, as well as a second in the following draft from Carolina.
Wow.
So let me run you through that again. It's
I just got a migraine.
Pick 53, pick 61, a second next year from Carolina. Sorry.
Okay.
And with those second round picks, the Chicago Bears have traded up, and the pick is in.
Okay. So you're gonna have to walk me through how to do this on.
Well, you can just go ahead and click it through. They'll understand the premise of it.
Okay, so next.
Matt, are you just trading with yourself here? Is that what this is?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
With the 12th
Hey, respect.
pick,
I respect that.
the Chicago Bears are selecting Tyree Wilson, edge.
Okay.
All right,
Oh.
now everybody can get off my head.
Dude, the Jets are pissed right now. The Jets front office.
Okay.
Great pick.
So Houston's trading their 12th pick for Chicago's
53.
53, yeah. 61.
64.
64. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah.
And then Carolina second next year. Hey man, you got to pay the price. I understand that is a heavy price to pay. But I feel like we're top 2 edge of the draft. Carolina second next year. I'm sorry, Carolina second in 2025.
Oh, okay, so that's fine.
Wow.
Okay, so sorry, my bad. Let me just. That was a lot there, Matt. You had me flustered. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Everybody, take a breath.
Okay, so
take a breath, Matt. Take a breath.
The pick is in.
I feel like I can't do anything right. I'm dead to people. It's scripted.
I'm dead to people.
I'm glad you finally said it. I mean,
the only dang person happy right now is Gary. Thank God.
So
Gary's happy? I feel like he's been mad this whole time.
I'm
He's
sorry,
asking
Matt,
us how many shots we took before the.
All right, there it is. And the Chicago Bears have selected Tyree Wilson.
Tyree Wilson. Okay.
Wow.
Edge.
Hey man, I like it a lot. I do.
Texas A&M. Wow, what a swing.
Oh, that really threw me off,
swing.
man. I was gonna take Tyree for the Jets here for my next pick. So.
Well, I know. I was looking down the board and I knew that I had to
he
come
probably
up.
shouldn't have lasted that long. Let's be honest. And the chat was roasting us for that too.
That's that makes sense.
You're in the chat and we're on the locker room report, so deal with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Isaac just quoted in the chat, guys, don't forget to pass on Tyree, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, he was calling that
man.
one.
All right, well, let's get pick 13 going then, Griff. What do we got
the
going
New York
here?
Jets are on the clock. And here's the deal. They need offensive line help bad. Let's just call it like it is. Whether it's protecting whoever the hell they're gonna have back there at quarterback. I mean, the diva himself, Aaron Rodgers. Could it be? Zach Wilson back for another round?
Can we get L's in the chat for Griffin saying the name that should not be said?
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're just getting lots of L spam for you, Griff.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. My bad. Sorry, I don't know what it's like. I'm sorry. And I think obviously in the NFL, the tackle position is the most valuable position on the offensive line. Just especially with today's day and age with all these just crazy athletic edge rushers coming off the end, right? So, there's been a lot of good offensive linemen taken so far. I think the Jets continue that trend. So the pick is in.
Oh, okay.
Mr. First. The pick is in.
Are you picking Lucas Van Ness?
I'm getting a little... Dude, how'd you know? Did you not know he can play offensive line too, and he can play for multiple teams? That's why he's so valuable in this draft. All right, anyways, the pick is in. The New York Jets are selecting. They need to tackle. They're going to go with Paris Johnson Jr. out of Ohio State.
Absolutely fantastic value. If I'm a Jets fan, I'm jumping for joy right now.
Good value there. I mean, he's got good size too. I think he only gave up a couple sacks last year, protecting C.J. Stroud there in the pocket in Columbus. He's played a lot of football, and that's the thing that I kind of looked forward to, especially, let's face it, the Jets are about a quarterback away. They got a lot of good pieces. And, they got a lot of good positional pieces. They'll have Breece Hall coming back from a devastating ACL injury. Defensively, I think they're one of the top units in football. So I think it just makes sense that they continue to bolster their offensive line. Might as well take Paris Johnson there with the 13th pick.
Okay.
And on to pick 14.
Yeah.
What do we got going on here?
So with pick 14, it's New England, and New England they need a lot. I don't even know where to begin with New England. They definitely need an offensive tackle, in my opinion. They need, because they have a really weird quarterback situation going on. They have an amazing running back. Their defense has always been pretty solid. There's never really anything absolutely crazy with their defense as of late. But yeah, so with that being said, there's a lot of offensive tackles being taken. But I'm going to pick one that might be a little off, but I'm going to pick my pick is in.
Okay, the pick is in.
Okay.
The pick is in.
With the 14th overall pick, the New England Patriots are selecting.
Are you sure about this?
Darnell Wright.
Oh, okay.
So
Darnell Wright.
Right.
Okay, so
best right tackle in the draft.
Yeah. So great. Best right tackle in the draft. He had a strong Senior Bowl appearance. Before the 2022 season, probably wouldn't be this high. Great last season. Again, that's why they have the Senior Bowl too, to really show off as a last chance for a lot of these players. So yeah, I feel like this is a good pick for New England. It won't solve nearly any of their problems, I don't think, in the long term. But
fair enough.
Because they have the whole Zappy and Jones quarterback meltdown situation going on. So even if the quarterback's protected, it doesn't really matter. So that's my pick, and Darnell Wright is now off the board.
All right, moving on to pick 15.
All right. That's a good pick. I like it.
Actually, already.
Thanks.
The pick is already in.
Wow.
For the most annoying fan base in the NFL, the Green Bay Packers are selecting a man out of Ohio State. And who is that man, you may ask? With the 15th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers are selecting kicker Noah Ruggles out of Ohio State.
This guy's got an incredible leg. Don't laugh, even though I just laughed.
There's literally no reason to defend that. I feel like everyone in this chat completely understands why that's going to happen.
I really don't understand at all. Is that just because you're a Bears fan?
I think the Packers just really need a kicker.
Yeah.
I think they just really need a kicker.
Hey, don't be hating on my boy Mason
getting
Crosby.
old, man. Yeah, Mason Crosby's getting old. I think they need a kicker.
He's been doing it for a long time, Mason Crosby. Wow, all right.
Okay.
Well, I didn't see that one coming at all.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. All right.
Okay. Cool.
I'm getting the most positive feedback about this pick. This might be my best pick of the draft.
Damn it. I was going to take Ruggles, man. That just sucks. This blows. All right. Well, here's the deal.
Pick 16.
Okay, pick 16. The Washington Commanders are on the clock.
Yep.
Boy, what don't the Commanders not need? I mean, this team is just—they're a mess.
An owner.
Can we just admit it?
They need an owner.
An owner. Yeah. Well, here's the deal. Whoever's going to be owning this team, which probably won't be in time for the draft because it's in a week. I don't know who's running the show in Washington and at our nation's capital. But here's the deal. They need weapons on both sides of the ball. but the pick is in.
Oh, okay.
For Washington here.
All right, pick is in.
Pick is in. Here's the deal. They need offensive line help. They need linebacker help. They definitely need quarterback help. They need a lot of help. But they're going to go with the tight end out of Utah, Dalton Kincaid.
Oh,
wow.
Good. Interesting pick.
Kincaid over Mayer. I like it.
You know what? I'm going Kincaid over Mayer, and that might not be a popular pick because I do like Michael Mayer too out of Notre Dame, but Kincaid, something about these Utah tight ends, they usually produce a lot of good tight ends. He's a big body. He blocks well. He has very, very soft hands. I think you see where I'm going here, chat. That's right. Yeah, wink, wink. But he has good hands, right? He's a great pass catcher at the tight end position. Uses a lot of chip blocking to find himself open in the middle of the field, at the soft spot of the defense. And like.
Uh-oh. I think Griffin cut out there.
He can run block, pass block, catch.
Oh, there he is.
Go. All right, we're good.
There he is. Good. Dalton Kincaid.
All right. All right, moving on.
Okay.
Moving on. It was an abrupt ending, but there's nothing more to say. I love the guy.
That's good.
Good for Washington.
Good tight end. I think this is probably the only tight end in the first round that I could see actually being good. History does not favor the tight ends.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But yeah, okay. So next pick is the Steelers. The Steelers, actually, you know what though? The Steelers are a solid team. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't mind Pickett as a quarterback. I don't know too much. I just know that they're a solid team. Nothing crazy about them. I do know that they need some help on the corners. So, with that being said, because he has fell so far down, I can't even believe it. My pick is in. I hope it's a good one. I hope the chat doesn't roast me, but here we go. With the 17th overall pick,
That's never a good start when you're saying, I hope the chat doesn't roast me. No. That's never a good opening line there.
The 17th pick, I'm going to choose... the Pittsburgh Steelers, not me. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be choosing Devin Witherspoon.
That's a heck of a pick.
I can't believe he's still on the board.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean...
Great pick.
I
Great
hope.
value.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I feel like that's not a roastable pick. I think that's my first non-roastable pick.
No, I don't even know why you said that.
No, I, obviously great corner, and Pittsburgh needs one. They need a lot, but I feel like this is probably the best option for them going forward. Covers the ball well, runs routes well. Yeah, honestly, great pick, and that's all I have to say.
All right, moving up to number 18, I will be picking for the Detroit Lions. It feels like I'm picking for the whole NFC North right now. I got the Bears, the Lions, and the Packers.
I wonder what Detroit's going to be at now.
No, I actually don't mind Detroit. I don't really mind Detroit as much as I think Green Bay just really needed a kicker, honestly. I think I had the balls to do what no one else will do with their pick.
Right.
So this one puts me in a weird spot because I was actually heavily leaning towards Devin Witherspoon. I know they made a lot of defensive back pickups this offseason with C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Cameron Sutton, and who else did they pick up? Picked up one other big name. We'll move on from there. But with the 18th pick, the pick is in.
Oh, sorry. Okay. The pick is
No,
in.
You're good.
The Lions got a little excited. Dan Campbell got excited.
In the 2023 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions are selecting Joey Porter Jr. So I know I was just talking about how I don't know if the Lions need to go DB there, but I just think if they can get a young guy that they can shore up the room with, I feel like that's going to be a heck of a play for them there. So, yeah, honestly, that's my rationale.
Wow.
Gary, if you want to get mad, that's fine.
There.
Oh, dude, Gary just dropped 3 F-bombs. Oh my gosh, he's pissed. Oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
All right, well, let's get to pick 19.
This is a family show, Gary. All right. So pick 19, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay.
I need a big exhale for this one.
Yeah, this is.
So obviously they lost Tom Brady. They got a lot of moving pieces. Not a whole lot of high expectations. But hey, the pick is in.
Oh.
The Buccaneers are moving towards a better future. The pick is in.
Buccaneers are moving quick.
Oh man, here we go.
All right. The pick's in.
All right. With the 19th pick in the NFL draft. Wait, what? Did I get the pick wrong?
No, you're good.
No, you're good.
Oh, that was right. Okay. With the 19th pick in the NFL draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select quarterback Hendon Hooker, Tennessee.
Good pick.
Hendon Hooker.
Good pick.
Off the board.
Wow.
Here's the deal, fellas. You see it every year. The quarterbacks just fly off the board. I mean, you got teams trading up for them. A lot of the time there will be a team that kind of takes their opportunity, takes a shot at a quarterback who might be second round value. But let's be real. Like, I think Hendon Hooker, before he got injured, I mean, he was well on his way to possibly maybe even winning the Heisman at Tennessee. I mean, they had their greatest single season in decades. It felt like over at Tennessee. So, Hendon Hooker, he's got a big arm. He's mobile. It will be interesting to see what he can do after, just how he kind of moves in the pocket after going under that knee injury. But I think the value is worth it there at 19, and the Buccaneers need a quarterback bad. I don't know who's going to start there for him. I could see Hooker maybe even starting week 1. Is that crazy to say?
I mean, they'll probably have Baker starting for week 1, maybe.
Yeah.
They want to probably get
that's
their money
true.
worth.
That's fair. And yeah, you can make that argument for sure. I think it just depends on. I think he'll probably end up being the backup to start the season, but you never know. Maybe he has a crazy training camp, off season, preseason.
Yeah,
might be kind of hard to not start him. Who knows? But honestly, I like Hooker at 19 for the Bucks.
That's a good pick. That's a solid pick, honestly.
Moving forward to pick 20, we have the Seattle Seahawks on the clock again.
Okay, so I know everyone got mad at me probably in the chat. I didn't check the chat. I feel like everyone got mad at Seattle's front office, and I don't blame them. I don't know what they were smoking, but obviously it wasn't good. So let's try again for their second pick. Their second pick.
They were smoking some bad stuff.
So I still think so. They need help on their offensive line, I think, in my opinion.
Okay.
So I feel like he is not the guy that the Seattle Seahawks want to draft. It's not on the board. Or he's on the board, just not picked yet. Okay, so my pick is in.
All right.
With the 20th pick, the Seattle Seahawks select Osiris Torrance from Florida.
Wow, that's a name.
Okay. Wow,
that's
a good pick.
Wow. So,
see, I feel like Firth.
Yeah, great pick. Great pick.
The main reason why I picked him is just because of his pure dominance. I feel like you pair that up with someone like DK Metcalf, who is an absolute beast. Like, you just bring that into a locker room. Like, it's a recipe for success. Geno, underdog, beast. They have this, like, nice grinders mentality, which is awesome. So, yeah, I like the pick, and so does Seattle, so that's why they picked him.
All right, moving forward to pick 21. And I will tell you, this absolutely just fell right into my lap the way I wanted it to. So with the 21st overall pick, the Los Angeles Chargers are selecting Bijan Robinson. And I'll tell you why. They don't want to pay Austin Eckler, and it's been very clear that he's either going to be moved or cut before the season. So giving Justin Herbert that weapon and slot receiver as their running back, that's fantastic. And they're going to love every second of having that pick and getting potentially the best player in the draft as an overall talent at pick 21.
Wow.
It's a good pick, Matt. And
I like it, Matt.
It's too good of a pick because I'm kind of mad at you for picking that one. So we're just going to move on from that.
When Firth gets pissed, he gets pissed too. So.
Oh, man. It's just,
just watch your back, Matt Gregory.
I was hoping he would fall to 27 or 26, sorry. But obviously that didn't happen. So
it didn't happen. That's all right. All right. Well, we got the Baltimore Ravens on the clock here at pick 22. You know what? My pick is already in. The front office in Baltimore, they work fast, okay? So here's the deal.
Lamar's contract.
Except for Lamar's contract. That's the one thing they don't work fast in. But here's the deal. They're gonna my pick is in. Are we ready for an announcement?
Yep, it's already in.
Good. Good. All right, drum roll, please. Here we go. The Baltimore Ravens with the 22nd pick, they will be selecting wide receiver Jordan Addison out of USC.
Wow.
Former Blitnikoff winner at Pittsburgh. He transferred over to USC to go play with Caleb Williams and Lincoln Riley during that just mass exodus, or not even an exodus. They brought in so many transfers over at USC. It was unreal. But, hey, Jordan Addison, he doesn't have a huge frame, but boy, he is fast. And I think he kind of fits that scheme that Baltimore's looking for. And let's be real, Baltimore, they're still trying to persuade Lamar to stay in Baltimore. So, they went out and signed OBJ, and I think they go with a receiver here in the first round.
You know what? That's a good pick. They definitely
could have gone. Yeah, they could have gone Quentin Johnson there too out of TCU. He's more of a bigger body, but I think Addison fits the Ravens a little bit more there.
All right, so the next pick is the Minnesota Vikings. And that happens to be my pick.
Uh-oh.
Isaac. Oh, man. I feel like I'm going to get hate now. Is Isaac...
Why is Isaac talking crap about the Broncos in the chat, man? Not cool.
There is a right pick here. There is an absolute right pick here.
Oh, man. You know what? I'm just going to say wide receiver. I don't know if he's going to agree with that. Probably not going to agree with that. There's one wide receiver I really like personally.
Oh boy,
that I think can pair well with. Oh no, I don't even want to look at the chat. I'm gonna get flamed.
Let's just say this is a test.
Oh man. Okay.
Trigger warning in the chat.
Trigger warning in the chat.
Okay. The pick's in.
Oh, no going back now.
Oh man, here we go.
With the 23rd.
See how this plays out.
The 23rd overall pick. The Minnesota Vikings select Zay Flowers.
Wow. Great pick. 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 Oh my goodness. Isaac is taking a victory lap around Orange Drive right now.
Okay.
Wow, that was a fantastic pick.
So my reasoning with it is that I think it's going to be paired up well with Justin Jefferson. They can't draft. I would love to draft a QB for them, honestly, because Kirk Cousins is just a Kirk Cousins. But he's a guaranteed deal, so there's no point in doing that. He's not huge. Like he's a small wide receiver. I think he's 5'9".
Yeah.
I think him pairing up with Jefferson is great. I feel like he's a good target. He's open quite a bit. You can send Jefferson down with the deep ball. So I don't know. I feel like it's a good pick. I probably will get roasted in the chat, but that's fine.
No, that was great, honestly.
Cool.
All right, moving on to pick 24.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
We're gonna do my boy Caleb a solid. The pick's in. The pick is 100% in.
Okay.
The pick is already in.
Okay.
Oh my
with the
gosh.
24th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Miles Murphy, edge out of Clemson.
Good pick.
Oh, what a garbage
pick. Okay, and let me I guess if I have to defend this pick, I'll defend it. When you talk about a guy with the most athletic upside, Miles Murphy is that guy. In playing Clemson, playing in the SEC, like he's ready, just about as ready as anybody else will be for NFL football. So I think Myles Murphy will be a heck of a pick. It'll help shore up that defense in Jacksonville. Obviously, I would have loved to go Zay Flowers, give just another weapon to Trevor Lawrence. But no, honestly, Myles Murphy was the guy I wanted there the whole time, and I'm happy he fell.
Okay. You know what? I can't beat the pick. It's a responsible pick. I like it.
I think it makes a lot of sense, Matt. I think, yeah, obviously the Jags get a lot of weapons on offense, and I think defense is the move there. All right, it is time for the 25th pick in the NFL draft. The New York Football Giants. That's right, fresh off of a playoff appearance. They are extremely high on Danny Dimes right now. That's right, yes. It's a tough one, man. I think the Giants are obviously they could use some receiving help to help out Danny Dimes. They could use some offensive line help. I look at their roster and I'm like, hey, they might need a linebacker. So the pick is in for the Giants.
Okay.
Ooh.
Pick is in. The pick is in. Get on your feet, Giants fans. It's about to go down. I did see in the chat that Gary said, if I pick this player, we have to hop off the podcast. So this is going to be it for the night. But the New York Giants, with the 25th pick in the draft, or in the NFL draft, select wide receiver Quentin Johnson out of TCU.
Okay.
I think it's impossible for this guy to fall out of the first round, if I'm being honest. Even if he is available at this point, and at this point in the draft, I think it's impossible to not pick him just because of the ceiling that he possesses. I mean, he is just a physical wide receiver. Like for example, in comparison to the Ravens picking Jordan Addison with my last pick, I think Quentin Johnson is possibly just as fast as Jordan Addison, but he's also more of a physical kind of pinpoint the football up in the air kind of receiver. And I think the Giants kind of need somebody like that. They need a red zone threat. They need kind of that security blanket for Daniel Jones to throw the football to. So I got Johnson at 25.
Good pick. Okay. The next pick is Dallas, and I heard from Dallas. I heard from Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones that they actually just wanted me to go over there real quick. So give me like 2 seconds. Jerry's been calling me. Jerry.
Tell Jerry I said hi.
Yeah, Mr. Jones. Yeah. Okay. Yep. For sure. Hold on.
Jerry has a very soft voice. I didn't hear him.
Hello.
This is Jerry Jones.
He is getting older. That sounded like Jerry was on his deathbed, my impersonation there.
Every Cowboys fan would be happy if that were the case.
No, that's 100% the truth.
Are we missing something? Did Matt just left?
He had to go take a call with Jerry Jones. That's obviously way more important than this podcast.
All right, sorry. Jerry just called. He told me what to do.
No, it's okay.
Mr. Jones, it's just a little cold here. Sorry, I just had to, get a small
Is Jerry
jab.
doing okay? Is he does he have a lucid mind to make this pick? Because he's
he actually just let me borrow.
He's getting up there in age.
He actually just he took me to the facilities. He gave me all 5 rings here, so Super Bowl champion, 5 times over. So
this guy's ridiculous. This guy's ridiculous.
That was awesome.
With the 26th pick, the pick's already in. We already know what we're doing. And there's going to be a big explanation on why we're doing what we're doing here. Pick's in. All right. So with the 26th pick, this is going to come to a shock. But Nolan Smith out of Georgia. Okay. This is the reason
I feel like
it's
it's hard to go wrong with the dogs, man. It's hard to go wrong with the dogs.
So this is my thinking here. Last season, Micah Parsons was gassed so many times. there was times where he literally had to go to coach and be like, "Yo, time out. I am exhausted. I am done," because he's playing two different positions. He's playing edge and I forget what other position he was playing, but he's playing two different positions basically. And I feel like having one person dedicated to edge will help relieve a lot of load off of Micah Parsons, and allow him to just go after a lot more and just be a dog. So I feel like Nolan Smith is a good pick for Dallas. If John Robinson fell down to 26, I would have picked him 100%. Would have been awesome to pair him up with Pollard. Oh, yeah. I also probably would have picked Dalton Kincaid as well for tight end. But you know what? That didn't happen.
Sorry, Mr. Firth. I already took him, man.
Yeah, that's okay.
Sucks to suck.
Jerry told me we're winning this season. He got the script already for this season, so he was like, "Okay, get ready for number 6. We're going to be Tom Brady this year." So, actually, sorry, Michael Jordan.
Did you ask him when he's going to be in a nursing home or hospice maybe?
Yeah. So after the Cowboys win, he told me to take him to the home. So,
Okay. Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. Here we go.
Going out on top, Mr. Jones.
Exactly. All right.
Well, I like it. I like that pick a lot.
Well, fast forwarding to pick 27 after that extravaganza of Dallas Cowboy and America's team and a Canadian being a fan of America's team. Yeah. It's just a lot to process for me right now. A lot to process for me right now.
He was eating a Putin while making that pick.
Exactly.
I'm taking a lot in at once right now. But with the 27th pick, I guess let me first say the pick is in. The board fell in an extremely favorable way for this team, and I feel like they're getting one of their top guys at this position, all the way down at 27. So, With the 27th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Brian Branch.
Great pick, yeah.
DB out of University of Alabama.
And he was the top overall player left on the board, right? Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. He's the top overall player left on the board, and I really feel like they could use the safety help. You saw last year the way that their defensive back room just got decimated in the way it ended up hurting them when playoff time came. So being able to capitalize and get that one extra guy so you can ease a guy like DeMar Hamlin back into football, I think it's going to be huge to have a young, great rookie stud like that. So, yeah, that's pick 27 for me.
Yeah, it's hard to go wrong there, Matt.
Yeah.
On to pick 28.
On to pick. We're already at 28. We got a few picks left. Pick 28, the Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock. Obviously, losing in heartbreaking fashion of the Chiefs in the AFC title game. Facing off with the Chiefs for the second straight year in the AFC title game. The Bengals... their pick is in. Let's just put it that way before I start to break down this pick. Obviously, we got to announce the pick before I break the pick down. So here we go.
Pick's in.
The pick is in. They had a lot of injuries in the back half, so the Cincinnati Bengals are selecting the next best overall player on our draft board right now. Cornerback Cam Smith out of South Carolina. Cam Smith, also one of those do-it-all players. He can press dudes off the line of scrimmage. He can play man and zone coverage. Played in the SEC, so he's not afraid of going up against some of the nation's top receivers. And the Bengals need a cornerback bad. They lost Cheeto Awuzie to an ACL injury. He should be back in time by the start of the season, or maybe at least halfway through the season. And I think they just need another guy in the secondary, especially in the AFC, you guys. The AFC is stacked, quarterbacks wise. I mean, you can get a quarterback if you want one of those AFC teams, but I think having just a lockdown corner, which I think Cam Smith could end up being. I think he could definitely end up being a future Pro Bowler in this league. I think each AFC team has to have kind of one of those guys on their roster. So we're going Cam Smith at number 28.
Okay.
Fantastic pick.
Good pick. So the next pick, well, I think it was Denver's, but it's New Orleans now.
That's right.
Because of
Go Broncos.
Sean Payton.
Go Horsies.
So New Orleans is on the board, and or on the clock, sorry, and that is my pick.
Seems like there was a whole lot of realization there. Like, oh, New Orleans is on the board. Oh shoot, it's my pick.
After Dallas, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. After Dallas, I was just kind of like, completely gone. I was like, who even else has to pick?
Man got
you know what I mean?
tripped out and forgot what's going on.
I was like, I don't even know what's even happening right now. Okay. Well, the good news. Okay, so for New Orleans, I will say this: the pick's not in just yet. I will say it.
There's a lot of good value left on the board here.
There is.
I love this chat, by the way. You guys are incredible.
Yes, thank you.
I'm giggling like a schoolgirl right now reading this chat.
So I think that with my pick, it's going to be more on the defensive line, and you know what? It's in. The pick's in. Pick is 100% in.
Okay.
Oh, the pick is in.
Did he just reveal the pick before the pick was in?
I think he just took.
Oh.
He might have.
Well, I don't know. You didn't make your pick yet.
Okay. So.
Stinky.
My internet's just cutting out now, apparently.
Yar.
Okay. Okay, what are the odds we just said yar at the same time? That's an inside joke. Maybe it'll become an outside joke as we continue to do this podcast.
Hold on just 2 seconds, guys.
All right.
The connection, after streaming for an hour and a half is just a little...
That's all right.
It's a very important pick for the Saints.
You know what? It really is for the Saints.
Very important pick for Denver Flom.
You can't really, you can't really fumble the bag on this one. So if you guys can hear me,
we can just run through the last 3 picks if you don't want to go through and click the pick button.
No, so I'm gonna for New Orleans, I'm gonna pick on the is gonna be hit and then some, but they've reworked an impossible cap hit this year to make their offensive work. So I'm gonna pick a defense with Brian Brees from Clemson.
Oh, good pick. Good pick. You didn't take who I was going to take.
I love double B.
Well, Brian. You know what? My thought process was,
all right. So,
take one.
I know you guys have been...
Oh, sorry. Found out still.
No. Go ahead, man. It's all you.
I was just going to say, take one Breeze out, replace it with another one, but... Damn.
I love it.
That's a fair way to look at that. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. There's a strong breeze coming on to New Orleans. And it's not a hurricane.
All right.
It's Mr. Breeze.
And at pick 30, the pick is already in for the Philadelphia Eagles, the defending NFC champions. So let's go ahead and run the pick is in.
Okay. Run it.
With the 30th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles. They lost a Pro Bowler at this position. They're getting a future one right back. They select Jahmyr Gibbs, running back.
This may be seen in the first round.
This may be seen as a little bit of a reach, but Philly's not going to be picking for a while. So this is one of those things where they need to go and they need to get their guy. And I think he fills the shoes of Miles Sanders and then some. And he just keeps that rushing attack with Jalen Hurts just as dangerous.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. I really do.
It's a good pick.
All right. Well, have we come to the final pick of our NFL mock draft?
We have.
And if it isn't my favorite...
Did we lose Griff?
Did you lose me?
Oh,
you're back.
Really. You're good.
Did you hear my part about the Chiefs being my favorite team?
Oh yeah, we heard
that part. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, I just really wanted you guys to know that I really love the Chiefs. So here's the deal. They need Chiefs are so obviously remember when the Bucs stomped the Chiefs a couple years ago, and that was a great Super Bowl. One of my personal favorites, actually, and I'm the guy who didn't like Tom Brady for years when he was with the Patriots as a Broncos fan. So Great Super Bowl, but I will say that the Chiefs did a great job rebuilding their offensive line because obviously they needed to build or rebuild their offensive line during that time. They rebuilt their offensive line, and now they're kind of in a position where their just overall roster outlook is pretty strong. I think they could obviously go with some more weapons here, but the pick is in. The pick is in.
All right.
All right. So here's the deal. With the 31st pick in the NFL draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select. Now, please forgive me if I mispronounce this name. But they are going to select. Oh no, what happened?
Oh.
Oh no. I think the Chiefs just ran out of time. Oh, they have to forfeit their pick. Oh no.
Oh man.
That is a shame. Just kidding. We're back. So they're taking a defensive tackle out of Pittsburgh, Kalijah Kancey. I added a little spice for that pronunciation. Kalijah Kancey. If you say it really fast, it's fun to say. Kalijah Kancey. So this guy,
Pinky's
Pitt.
up.
That's right. Pinky's up. Hey, this guy's a beast. I think he fits in right in with what the Chiefs do schematically on defense. This is a guy who not only is he a run stopper, but he gets after the quarterback too. I mean, he's a guy who actually records a good amount of sacks, especially in his Pittsburgh career. So I like this guy a lot. He also tends to. I've seen a lot of plays by him where he is able to knock the ball down at the line of scrimmage too. So he's got great awareness at that position too. And I think he'll only add, unfortunately, to that defensive line and further improve that Chiefs defense. So as much as it pains me to say, I think that'll be a good pick for the Chiefs. I didn't take a kicker for my rivalry team, unlike Matt Gregory did for the Packers. But hey, man, I don't blame you.
Yeah, you know what? That's
all right. Well,
fair enough.
That's the first round.
It's the first round.
We have 6 more rounds to go. You guys staying with us?
Yeah, you guys ready for the next 6 rounds?
We're staying up all night, dude. I got I've had 4 cups of coffee. I have to piss like a racehorse.
Listen, guys. Jerry has went to bed, so I'm fully in charge of the Dallas Cowboys now. We're going to the Super Bowl this year, so getting number 6. So we're good to go.
That's the best thing to ever happen to the Cowboys is for Jerry to step out of the way. So that's huge for you.
Yeah, Jerry just needs to go to bed.
Jerry needs to go to sleep. It's bedtime. It's
bedtime for Jerry.
But honestly, I want to say thank you to everybody who stopped in.
Yes.
I really appreciate you guys kicking it with us for the last hour and a half. Obviously, this is only going to get better. This is just the beginning. There's a lot of things that we're going to take from this and we're going to reflect on and we're going to use to improve. But once again, I really do appreciate all of you coming out. So I do want to let you guys know, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, check out our Discord. We're going to be talking football in there nonstop every day. We're available to talk. If you guys want to argue our picks with us like Gary did, please come into the Discord and tell me how dumb I am for taking who I took. Seriously though, I really appreciate.
He has short arms. I get it, but he has a very. He jumps. He has a great vertical. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay.
Yeah, I just quickly too. I want to thank everyone for watching and tuning in. I know that there was some issues there at the end with the quality and stuff like that, but I'm happy that everyone stuck through for the most part. I'm happy that everyone chatted away in the chat, and definitely going to look at this and reflect and just kind of going up from here. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.
Guys, we're super grateful. I think that's going to be a wrap. Be on the lookout, guys, for more episodes coming here in the near future. Probably going to be posting episodes multiple times a week. So we're going to get a lot of good content out to you guys. Hopefully we'll start doing some interviews with, whoever, just in the NFL, college football, whatever it may be. We're going to start doing some fun games, segments, stuff like that. So we have a lot in store for you. But for now, we'll see you next time. I'm Griffin Conant. That's Matt Gregory. Matthew Firth. It's been an honor, guys. We'll see you next time. Go fine tune your mock drafts.
Yeah.
So hopefully you learned a little bit today.
All right. Peace out, guys.
Love you guys.